My name's Harper. I'm 23 years old and I'm a musician. My family raised me in the church. I was in the church anytime the doors were open. Sunday mornings, Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, we had RAs. I was just really involved and I just got immersed, I was raised on a farm by both my parents. When I was 8 years old, they decided that it was time for them to split up. And that was a really difficult time for me. When I was 19, I decided that it was time to put down the drumsticks and pick up the bottle. I stopped playing for my youth group and I started playing drums with a death metal band. I decided to stop playing drums for Jesus and start playing for Satan. I was on tour with this metal band, went out and got some drinks, and before I knew it, I had no idea where I was. I remember as just the sun beaming down on my face. I opened my eyes and my eyes hurt, my head hurt, my whole body was aching, and I was in the middle of a desert. Sunburnt, dehydrated, no hope. And I realized that I'm in the desert season of my life. I was drinking anything I could get my hands on, and I was smoking everything. And every time I would blaze up and I would hit that lighter, I would just remember the flame that I used to have for Jesus. So I pick myself up off the desert floor, dust myself off, and I just start walking. And I find this long stretch of road, and I just start sticking my thumb out. And I never thought that I would be this low. I hear this 18-wheeler coming by. I don't think that he's going to stop, but I hear him slam on his brakes, and he opens his passenger door and tells me to come in. And I told him I needed to return home. And the driver turned and looked at me square in the eyes, and he said, "Son, Jesus is your home, and he's ready for you to come back." So this guy brings me all the way to my home in Florence, South Carolina, and I decide, hey, it's time. It's time to get involved with One Way. So in September 2009, broken, beaten, lost, I walked into the doors of One Way, and I just felt so much love. I remember that morning, the worship team opened up with a song called "A Place to Call Home" by John Mayer, and I was like, dude, that is my favorite secular band. I thought, man, this is a place I can call home. I mean, I knew right then and there that I'm a good man with a good heart. And yeah, I had a tough time and I had a rough start, but I finally learned to let it go. So I started getting involved with the worship team. I fell in love with my church more and more and more each day. I don't know what I would do without my church. It's been so amazing to me to see friends of mine that were in the pit with me, in the darkness with me, that now their Twitter handle says, "I love my church. I love One Way." So I stand before you today as someone who has been through the hardest of times. And through being a member at One Way, I've just come to realize that there really is only one way, and that is One Way Church. So if you're out there and you have a story like mine, and you're broken and you're beaten and you're looking for somewhere, some place to be accepted, the only place that you will find that is at One Way Church. Come hang out with us.